Good evening, guys. Hope you are having a lovely Tuesday or Thursday. I have no idea what day today is, and chances are you're not going to see this on a Tuesday or Thursday, so I hope you're having a lovely Wednesday or Friday. At least I got 2 and 7 there. 2 and 7 viewers, that is, people. Maths? What? I don't know. So I'm just going to do a bit of a stream of consciousness thing here today because I've been busy and I got a lot on my plate at the moment, which is pretty unusual for me. August is always seemingly the busiest month for me, which is weird because I usually hate August and I hate people. Well, I don't hate people, I just don't like new people and having to conform to society's interaction thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, I've been thinking tonight on my usual walk throughout the streets of Melbourne, you know, got to get that exercise in. I've been thinking that it's about time that I start seriously looking into booking my tickets to my next location. With my travels, I generally try to I try to book my tickets 90 days before flight. Usually that means that I can get the cheapest tickets because that's usually the sweet spot when it comes to international flights. And it's not too far in advance because usually when there was one time when I had booked some tickets, ended up changing my flights and they ended up costing me about $500. Not happy about that, but you know, that's how it is. So, where was I? That's right, it is about time for me to start booking flights, but my original plans were that I was going to go to the States after a short jaunt in Southeast Asia. But there's a bit of a problem there. When I started making these plans, my original plans were that I'd be doing it on a certain budget. But those plans were about 2-ish years ago when I left Perth, and the dollar's slightly changed. Actually, it's changed a lot. The Aussie dollar versus the American dollar has changed about 20% from my original plans. So, if I do US, I said I'm going to be working with 20% different prices, plus a whole bunch of other stuff on top of that, which is not preferable. And yes, I could do the States for a lot cheaper, but I don't particularly want to do that. It's one of those things that I just want to do once and then, well, do it one big hit. I don't particularly want to be dilly-dallying on the basis that I'll be returning on another day, because getting to the States is kind of expensive in comparison to Southeast Asia, where I can fly over to Southeast Asia, visit 10 countries for like a grand. And flying over to the States, well, that in itself, just one country, costs $1,000. So that's not a preferable thing. So yeah, I do want to do the States and do all of it, well, as much as possible in one hit, over flight thing. And that means when you're trying to do the 4 sides of America, you need to have a nice budget and not have to do what I've been doing over the last couple of months when it comes to travel and going super cheap, because that's just going to ruin the whole thing for me. Anyway, so I'm a bit of a conundrum at the moment. I could go to the States and then run out of money, which is something that I don't particularly want to do. Well, aside from the fact that, you know, being broke is not fun. I've 80% locked in North Korea for next year. So North Korea is not going to be a cheap thing. It's one of those things where you have to go into the country in a tour group, because you're not allowed to wander the country by yourself. You have to have a government minder with you at all times. So generally, getting in and out of the country, even if it's for like a week or two, maybe $1,000 or, you know, $2,000, depending on which tour you do. So yeah, I don't particularly want to ruin that opportunity, because North Korea is getting crazier and crazier every day, that one day it's probably going to blow itself up, and I'd like to visit that country before it does that. I mean, even just the other day, it decided to make up its own time zone. I mean, who does that? North Korea does that. Anyway, I don't know, this is just a stream of consciousness thing. I'm in a bit of a crossroads as to where I'm going next. maybe Europe, maybe Eastern Europe. But this bloody Australian dollar thing, it's frustrating me. I should just invest all my money in Bitcoin or something like that. Maybe not. If you guys have any suggestions as to how to get to America by saving money, please tell me. I'd love to know, because I'm out of ideas, and unless I win lotto, I'm gonna have to do it cheap.